What is up, you Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Yes, I am. You Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Horizon 5. In today's video, it's a Wheelspin video. So, I get to try out some cars that I randomly will be getting from the Wheelspins and building them on a budget to see what I can possibly create here. And maybe even try to find some, you know, I guess diamonds in the rough, I guess, if that's how you want to say it. Anyway, I have a bunch of wheel spins that I'm going to end up spinning. Whatever car I get, I have to use. And then I'm going to spin again to see what budget I will end up having to use as well for the build. I don't really know what I'm going to build this car for. Not going to be for the Golden Toga because I've been messing around with that for a while. For the Anglia, okay. We have a car. So it's not going to be for the Golden Toga because, like I said, we've done that for the last little while. I've done maybe bit of street racing. I could do like a bit of road racing, but like I'll test it out on like Rivals or something like that. I'm definitely down to try that. We can do a Ford Anglia. Add that to my garage, and then let's have a look and see what our budget is gonna be. Some people were moaning at me, or someone, sorry, was moaning at me. 20 grand as well is the perfect amount to build this thing. Okay, collect prize. That is literally perfect. Okay, have I ever built one of these things in this game? I don't really know if I have or not. Let's have a look here. New, yeah, we have this one here that I built for, I guess, drifting. It has snow tires, whatever that is. Whatever that's built for. It's all-wheel drive as well. Right, let's change to this thing. We have 20 grand to make this better. It is... Did I say D-Class 100? Please don't tell me it was D-Class 100. Oh, God, it's the lowest possible D-Class. So I guess I'm building this thing to the top of D-Class. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Suspension's so soft. Okay, we could do a bit of D-Class racing with it, I guess. Maybe bring it into Rivals D-Class. I don't really know. Oh, which track am I even gonna drive it on? This is usually good. It has like nice tight corners and stuff like that. So if I put it here, it should be a little bit easier than having a really like fast track, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much because tires cost a fortune on this thing. They cost like 10 grand a piece. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do much with that. So let's just see. Let's just see. I feel like tires are gonna play a big part in this thing, and power. I think everything else, maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying to think on what sort of customization options can we actually do to this guy. Again, I have to keep this thing in D class. Our grip goes up by a little bit. It doesn't actually go up by quite a lot, even if I put... Like, it only goes up from 4.1 as the stat to a 5.4, which isn't enough, I don't think. What's our lateral Gs? So 60 miles an hour. I don't think this can go faster than 60. Okay, it can go 74 miles an hour. So 0.73, and if I go to these tires, it's 1.05. So, I mean, it's slightly better. I just don't think it has the power right now to do anything. So I think we need to add more power. I'm actually still down to change these tires. Or, what if I do this? Because this is cheap. So, it only goes up slightly, and then for the rear... Oops. The rear doesn't really change. It's still 0.74. Like, handling doesn't really change too much if I just give it wider tires. But if I just give it slightly better tires... I'm down to just give it slightly better tires. Just a tiny bit of better tires. Because I feel like everything else... As soon as I start adding on stuff like this... Like the difference between this is like 0.03 quote-unquote grip. Is what this brings it up by. And if we go up... This is only it brings it up by 0.1. And again 0.1, and then 0.03. So it doesn't really do much. The rest of these tires are then... really expensive as well. So I guess we could spend 2 grand and give it some street tire compound, and this should help our grip a little bit, because I know for a fact that after we do this, I'm gonna start adding power to it, because there's nothing else that I can kind of think of to do to this car. A turbocharger maybe. Turbocharger is a very good way of making a lot of power for a very low amount of money. Could do supercharger as well, but it weighs more. The only way I could do this is if I add the turbo. It only gives us 8 horsepower, but still, that's more than enough on a car that has 39 horsepower. for 1.8 grand. So 20 grand, like I said, to spend on this thing to build it up to the top of D class. Or as high in D class as we possibly can go, because I don't think we can do much with this thing. There's no point of even doing anything to the aero with it. Unless we do some weight reduction, maybe. That's 2.3 grand. I mean, we're not even halfway there. We could possibly do this. Our handling goes up slightly. Our launch goes up. Our acceleration goes up. Our braking is improved as well a little bit. We only go up by 10 in the class. I think as soon as we start adding power to this thing, it's going to make a significant difference. What about suspension? Like 700 just for suspension? We could possibly do that. Same with brakes. I mean, I feel like we're not going to be going fast enough to actually warrant changing the brakes on this thing. Ideally, what I really wanted to do, which I think is kind of expensive to do, is put a gearbox in this thing. And the only way to do that is if we put like a 10-speed in it, and that's expensive. I mean, this changes our shift time, but also it lets me adjust it. You know, that's the thing that I really want. Diff could work. Diff is cheap, right? 250. Yeah, I'm trying to think what the best possible options are available for this thing. I feel like just adding power to it is probably the biggest thing that we can possibly do to this car. I think I'm just gonna add power to it. So that's cheap power. Exhaust is cheap power as well. What else do we have here? Cams usually give us a lot of power. So D-Class is 500, right? Could do this. I'm just gonna go with as much power as I possibly can give this thing. 3,600. I mean, we can get this thing to the top to about 100 horsepower. The thing is, though, I know it's not gonna grip. I know it's gonna be bad grip-wise for this thing. I don't know, 3,600 is a lot. But it gives us, what, 30 extra horsepower? Oh no, it gives us 8 horsepower. What the hell? Okay, 8 horsepower is not worth it. This gives us 11 horsepower for the same amount. Okay. This gives us 11 horsepower for 1,950. Could do that. Carb. Oh, do I leave it at 488 though? I'm down to leave it like this and maybe change some other stuff on it. That could get us to go a little bit quicker. So our wheels and tires. On 155s, we could probably just leave it at 155s. What if I do this? Okay, that's gonna shoot us up at the C-Class. And also we won't be able to use the price for that at all. A diff could be good. I kind of want to put a diff in it. I feel like it's gonna be very, very useful having a diff in this car. Clutch as well could help us a little bit. I don't know, but a diff is definitely gonna be very useful because I want to be able to adjust everything that I want on it. Suspension could do us, even with if I just put the street suspension on it. It actually helps our handling quite a bit as well here, and it doesn't actually waste a lot of money. On this, for 2,350, we can get it to be lighter, which our acceleration is going to be better as well. Brakes. Are we going to use brakes? We will, but we'll see. We'll see if we actually need to change anything for the brakes. And then wheels, I think, are going to be very, very expensive for us to change anything here, so I'm not going to do anything there. I think we're done, right? I think this is possibly it. Anything else that we end up changing on it is going to shoot us into C-Class. From the looks of things, I don't think there is anything here that I could possibly do when it comes to power, at least, to give us more power. So I think that the only thing I can possibly think of doing here is giving it some wider tires. Yeah, I'm going to give it some wider tires. I'm going to do that and that. No, I can't do that. So what? We're at 155s. Surely we can have bigger or better tires in the front. Wait, what if I do this? Because this is going to get rid of this price. So if I do this... Oh no, these are 5 grand. I'm going to be over like 900. Alright, so I'm trying to think of what else can we actually change on this thing. 2,400. That's... Oh my god, what could I change? 2,100 is what I need. If I put the street transmission... I mean, our acceleration goes down because I can't actually adjust anything. It's not adjustable. That's adjustable now. Clutch, maybe? I don't think there is anything else that I could possibly try to do with this car to get it to be better. Unless I just give it a better clutch and that's it. Like money-wise as well, because I'm trying to keep this thing in its class. You know what? We'll just keep it like this. We got a bunch more power. It's lighter. Better grip around corners. Let's see what we can do with it. I don't think this is going to be competitive at all, but we'll try it anyway and see. Alright, I'm going to try and cook something up here with this disgusting setup that we have. Let's see if anything can happen. Alright. You can probably tell I changed the color of this thing. I was looking at the paints and I was like, what is the most washed paint that we got? And it's this. Right. It picks up and goes at least. That's it. Okay, it kind of turns into the corner. It's not terrible. It leans a lot. It's struggling. It's struggling to go faster. What are brakes like? They're not great. They're not great. Let's just go for it anyway. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. What's my best? I haven't even done it. I was gonna say, what's my best time on this, but I don't even have one. Right. Let's see what I can do with this. Oh god. I'm not gonna be happy with this, I don't think. It's the limitations. I think I'll have the power, though, to stay ahead of a lot of people on this run. But I don't think I'll have the grip in the corners. BMW Zeta, that could be a very good car for this. Why is that guy so slow? The only thing I could adjust was the diff and the tire pressure. That's it. So I just adjusted the diff and I left the tire pressure alone. Because it seemed fine. Yeah, I think power-wise, I'm good for D-Class. But I don't know if people have created something better for this track. This actually drives really well. Alright. I'll do this lap and I'll do a rolling lap and then that'll save my time. Like a good, well not a good time, but like that was a terrible corner. But a time that I'd be happy with going back into the lobby with and having a look and see where I am in the world. You have to do such small movements. I've been driving slow cars now for the past few days. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to slow down, but I didn't mean to slam it at the second. Okay. 132. Jesus, that's slow. Continue lapping. We'll do one rolling lap as well. Just a little tap of the brakes. Then I try to keep my speed up as much as I possibly can through those corners because it takes a while for it to catch up to actual speed. Once you slow down. Right. It's so washed out. The color of this thing, that's why I picked it. Kind of smooth on the brakes there, I don't want to slam on them. Just enough to sort of rotate it a little bit. And obviously slow down slightly. Okay, here I actually think I do need to slow down. Quite a lot. I can do it a little bit earlier. Okay, I definitely need to be in second for there. But I don't know, like I can't adjust my gearbox, you know, so I can't even change it, so second's more useful. Just driving around in third the entire time. Okay, that could work. I need a new Ghost. I need someone else to try and base my time off of them. Because right now this guy is just not doing anything. Okay, 127.7. Let's have a look at where I'm in the world with that. Okay, well, that was interesting. I actually like the way this drives. I'm saying actually because I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect this thing to be like this. I definitely expected it to be a lot worse than what it is now. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. When I put it up against someone that's actually built a car specifically for this. A car that is probably lighter and has more power than this. I don't know. I don't know if there's many cars like that in the game. Or maybe a car that has more grip that you can go faster in corners with, you know? Anyway, let's have a look and see. I'm definitely not at the top of my club because I already have a rival there that's from my club that's faster than me. I don't know what the fastest cars are for this. You know, because I don't really check it that often. Right, rivals, Horizon Rivals, this, go all the way to here, D-Class, and, okay, do this. I'm top 5%, so I'm nowhere near top 1000. Oh, maybe I am. I'm actually not that far off. Okay. 5,876. What are people from my friends of the club doing? PLP 50, 118. Makes sense. Makes sense. Don Juan songs there with the PLP 50. Right. So I'm not that much slower. 127.740 versus these guys. This guy's top 1000. Definitely top 1000. With a 125.2. I'm down to select him as my ghost and try and see if I can get closer to him. He's 2.5 seconds faster than me, which is a lot, if you think about it. Like, a lot. I want to try to see if I can get closer to him. If somehow it's possible in this thing. I don't know if it is or not, but I'll try it anyway. Okay. Again, like I said, I can't tune anything else on this guy. There's nothing that I've bought that's tunable. Actually, I'm gonna go back. So I can stay a little bit closer to him. Oh my god, reverse is so slow. So top speed in second is 55, so only if I slow down under that, I should actually go for it. Why am I doing this, you may ask? It's so I can get closer to the ghost. So I can see what his driving line is like and everything. So I don't waste a whole lap driving around being slow, you know? I don't really care about like flags or anything like that. I just want to be a bit closer to him. Well, I'm already faster through the first corner than he is, but I think he has more power than me. Okay, maybe he doesn't have more power than me. Weird. Oh, he does. He does. He's pulling away. He's definitely pulling away in the straights. Yeah, in the corners I'm 1,000,000% catching him. Maybe I need to get rid of my tires. Should I? I thought adding tires was a good idea on this thing. Should I just get rid of my tires, keep this thing on stock tires, and just give it more power? I mean, it's not making a huge amount of power anyway, right now as it is, but I thought at least a bit of a tire upgrade would work for this guy. We spent $2,000 on tires, so if I get rid of my tires, technically we're back up $2,000. I don't think I've ever done this before though, where I sort of went back and I detuned the car and sort of took the money back. I don't think it works like that. He's got really wide tires on his Golf. See, like in corners, I'm literally catching him and even overtaking him. And once we get back into actually using power, he just pulls away from me. But that's where I'm going to struggle now. That was a terrible corner. I needed to go a little wider there instead of what I just did. Sort of closer to what he did. I'm not taking that corner properly. It's fine. I'll do one more lap just to see if I can beat my time at least a little bit. Or by a little bit. And then I'm going to do that. I want to try and get rid of my tires. But he gave himself wide tires on that. He doesn't have a budget limitation. That's the thing with him, right? Like, he can give himself wider tires and stay on stock tires, but I can't do that. These wider tires cost a lot of money. That's the biggest difference. Because I can see he's on wider tires. Those are not stock tires. For the Mark II Golf. I think everything else though was fine on this thing. It's really not that bad to drive. Really isn't. Okay. What was it? 127.2 or something like that? Is that what I just got before? Well, I guess it's better than the last time where it crashes into the wall, but I don't know if that's much better though. Usual. Here I usually change to second. I'm not going to do that anymore. I have quite a bit of torque in this thing, weirdly enough. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be doing like 2 seconds faster. Or sorry, 2.5 seconds faster, which is what I need to beat this guy. I'm not much slower than him, but I am significantly slower that I can see that I'm never going to be able to do it in this car in its current state. Like, this is just slightly faster. 127.3. Better? How? I go straight through the damn thing. Maybe I should get rid of my ABS. There's absolutely no reason for me to have it. Maybe play manual with clutch. Wait a second, boys. Wait a second. I think I figured out the thing with this guy. I'm sort of slamming on the brakes. I don't really need to. I don't need to slam on the brakes at all with this guy. I need to just sort of I can't speak. Let it roll a little bit. You know, my headphones are telling me to recharge them. No, I'm busy. Oh my, did not mean to do that. A bit of a slide. Okay, I'll do that now. I'm gonna go ahead and change some stuff on it. For the first time ever in history, I'm gonna detune a car and give me back my money. Alright, let's go. Completely stock tires. Oh my god. This thing slips so much. But I have like 200 horsepower. I think it's like 190 something horsepower with this thing. I don't know, I just can't be left defeated like that. Cannot let it happen. The brakes are actually kind of good. It's just acceleration out of the corners I need to be worried about. I'm starting to lose concentration, boys. It's going. It is going. You know how I can notice it? Is when I'm doing a good run and then I'll end up like doing something stupid like I just did there. Like the tiniest mistake. I'll end up like just getting little parts. of the run, and I'll end up, like I said, losing concentration. It's incredibly annoying feeling. It's really, really annoying feeling. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. I'll try not to do what I did the last time here. Better. Much better. Much, much better. Tiny slip, but that's okay. That wasn't terrible. This is going to be the best run that I've done so far, I think. If I don't mess up anywhere else. Yeah. Yeah, the Golf just has more grip. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say about it. 12.706. So there you go. With completely stock tires and spending an extra like 30-something grand on it, you can get it to be faster. Even on stock tires. It needs a lot more control, but yeah, the Golf is just too fast. That Golf Mark II is just way too fast. I don't know. The classes aren't perfectly spread out for each car, so I know this and the Golf are close, but you can see a difference in the Golf versus this. You know, and the upgrades that he can do versus the upgrades that I can do on this car. Can I drive better? 100%. 100% I can drive better. Yeah, not in the Anglia. In the Anglia, I don't think I'll be able to beat the Golf with any modifications. I don't know. That's it. Thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I ended up turning this Wheelspin build into something that I spent a lot more time on than I should have to try and get a better time because I hate losing. But yeah, there we go. 2,800th in the world in this ridiculous little car. It's fun. It's really, really fun to drive. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed today's video, like it, comment, share, do whatever it is you guys want to do. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because that helps out a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.